Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the Packers' versatile running back. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Packers and the Dolphins, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Check right. Switch yellow.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one completes Alec Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for Pierce last week: 7 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Tua. And that nearly an opening drive out of the team, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Black one, Smith red.
Tua going to try and run. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, Watkins. He'll take a shot here for Patton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now. 5
yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
How many times we see it? I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down. Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the catch made, it's Patton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Patton. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Okay, break. Not 19. Draft 50.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Deputy Ranger. 19 fight. Panther 11. 50 Marquette. Come back in.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Tua's throw caught by Pierce. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check pink. Black block.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
there at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, back side guys, man, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
2nd and 5 now. Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Packers have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Watkins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken right at the 35. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Tua and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Tua sets up to pass it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive.
come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On the set.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw. Watkins. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Tua now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Watkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watkins. He's got him in. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. On 1st down, Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. A final shot before break. Watkins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Gilbert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has his defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to throw. Watkins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In motion, Hill.
18
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, Watkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready, go.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From midfield, here's Tua. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Off play action. Watkins. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Watkins. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw. Watkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from a yard out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards?
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance on this ace pressure.
14 back. Leads now to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Slant route complete to Bell. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now Tua.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off Byron Jones.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's complete. It's Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Watkins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Ready? 18, 5 years. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Ready up. Dragon 60.
To throw on 2nd down. Watkins. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Drop 60, drop 60. 69, 69. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight.
In motion, Hill. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.